Yes, my people. Hello, everyone. Yes, we're back here. How you guys doing? Before that, I'm just gonna play this music for just 1 minute before we bring our brother live with us here. It's your own boy Tino, Stanley, you know what? Cool, listen. Tiano. No secret is hidden under the sun. When the musician we Right, all secret is going to be open. Right, I have our brother on the backstage right now. Good morning, good afternoon to you all. Good evening to everyone. Depending on where you are watching us from right now, we have our lovely brother Cephaz Norhonba. Now the name all of us know about that before, so he does change the name, but but we will talk on when he come live right now. But I still like to call him my lovely brother Cephaz Norhonba. He's going to join us right now. Make una share this video, make people know say we're there here because YouTube is not sending out notification because we don't come out today. Now they are sending only 3 notifications daily, and when we post 10 videos, now only 3 notifications they go send. But nevertheless, people go still know say we're there here. They will join us very soon. We have our brother on the backstage right now. I'm bringing him live so that we can talk about the current situation that is going on in those states. Yes, my brother. Good evening to you. How you doing, Cephaz Norhonba?
I'm doing wonderfully well, my brother, and you?
Yeah, I'm very good. I understand that we are late. We apologize to our audience, because of 1 or 2 technical issues. But yes, we are here. We're going to talk about everything. So I want you to reintroduce yourself again to our people. Even though we know your face, you're a celebrity. Everybody don't know you for those states, both home and away. But reintroduce yourself to our new subscribers. For those who never first see your face before, because we have the whole entirely Nigerians on our platform.
Okay, my name is Ugiagbe Endurance. Actually, I've been on public issues and also doing my music thing with the name Cephaz Norhonba, and I so much guess a lot of people know me as Cephaz Norhonba because I've been representing the public over so many matters that really affects us and finding solutions, lasting solutions to our problems. So I guess so many people know me as Cephaz Norhonba. So if you call me Cephaz Norhonba, you call me Ugiagbe Endurance, you're not wrong at all.
Wonderful, wonderful. Once again, nice to have you back again on this show. You've been here numerous of times. So having you back again, we are not surprised, but we understand that many of our audience here, they always want to see you, they want to hear you and what you want to talk about. So today now we're going to be talking about the activists in Edo State and why are they mute, Abi? Right, and we have so many other questions that we are going to ask you. So we're gonna start from the activists in Edo State. What can you say about the activists in Edo State and their duties?
I guess most of us know what that word means. And for the past few years, a lot of people have been coming out to speak on public matters affecting us. We cannot deny the fact. So even as we speak, a lot of people are still doing their best. So see to it that issues that affect the nation, the states, the society, we begin to talk about them and provide lasting solutions to them. Because that's the only way we can have the good environment and society we yearn for when we talk about issues going on. So far, so good. The activists, those who are so concerned about public issues, they've really been doing their best. It has not been an easy task, because being an activist is not what you choose to be. It's just what you grow up to get to know. This is your real you. This is who you are. Sometimes you try to suppress it. Sometimes you get to feel like it's not my business. Sometimes you get to look at it as this is not what is even putting food on my table. If I leave this matter and concentrate on my work, probably I will even get more results on my personal pursuit. But because you were chosen from your birth to speak for the voiceless, to speak for those who cannot speak for themselves, you definitely cannot deny the time when it comes for you to speak up over issues affecting the entire public. I have been there before. I've been a leader all my life. When I was a leader in the campus, I so much salute the courage of so many students who walk straight confidently to me to report issues on how my boys are brutalizing students. Why some people bury themselves in fear, believing if they come to report any of these anti-court, they might be against them while living in the campus, while schooling in the campus. But so many who had the courage to come down to me, they always got different results. When they come, I give them the audience. I allow them to talk, because I myself as a leader, I got to understand that the best way we can have this job well done is to have the time to listen to people that you are working for. Exactly. We are not just working for the school management alone, we are working for the students, of course. So we're all working together. So each time they come to bring reports to me, I'm even happy to get to know that, oh, these things are happening even without me even knowing. So even one day, a student said, after reporting to me, and I began to follow the process to make sure that the boy who ate was drilled, was not like telling others, you see, you people were almost discouraging me for us not to come to the barracks. You said the man will support, the DOC will support the boys, and they might even have us beaten and thrown out of the barracks. But the reverse is the case. The student was so perplexed, she never believed in the result she got at last. Because so many people spoke to her already, was like, she doesn't mind, she will come. If they want to brutalize her the more, no problem. If they want to molest her the more, no problem. So that little courage she got gave me a lot of sense of getting to be very conscious of what we do. And I use those information judiciously to caution my boys, to have them drilled, to make sure that they do what is right. So if we keep quiet over so many things the leaders are doing, then it will seem to them that we are comfortable with the way they are running the country. We are comfortable with the way they are running the state. We are comfortable with what we are saying. So we must continue to speak, and a lot of activists in Edo State have been doing so very well. So personally, I have been so very surprised to have been hearing from a lot of presenters, both even on radio, that the activists are keeping quiet because so many of them have been paid. So this got me worried that in all these great works a lot of people have been doing, with the courage, with the risk attached to it and everything, all some people can do at this time is to come up with issues that have no evidence to substantiate. So it's really disdaining.
All right. Do you agree, or do you believe that those states activists, they are paid to mute on the current situation that's going on right now in Edo State?
You see, Najawash, you've been doing a very fantastic work for the entire public.
Thank you.
Most videos you do post, or some cases you talked on or you deliberate on, you always make sure that they are subject to investigations, right?
Yes, of course.
Before you begin to talk on those issues. So these things have no evidence. When you say they paid somebody, there must be evidence of payment. You must have evidence to substantiate your claim that, oh, this person was paid. This is the evidence. If you have such thing, then you can have it to the public that, yes, a lot of activists have been paid to keep quiet.
Right. Okay. All right. We thought that we should know about this because at the end of the day, there's a lot of things going on in those states. And because of that, we want everyone to be talking about it, regardless of whoever that is your friend, or to avoid any favoritism or nepotism and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, we understand that in the country where we came from, especially the whole Nigeria, if we have to talk about those days, we have to talk about Nigeria as well. A lot of people see what is wrong. They get mute about it just because they have a personal relationship with this person. They don't want to talk about it, or because of what they are expecting, from this particular person, they don't want to talk about it. Because I remember most people that were talking during the time of the election, on the live video consistently, all the time and all that. But at the moment, many of them, they don't talk anymore. So I would like to ask you, what do you think, is the reason to this? Because we've seen a lot of influencers, social media influencers that be talking all the time. For example, Obaseki must win, Zeyamo must win. But at the moment, everybody they are mute and nobody's talking about anything anymore. Fulani herdsmen is killing our people. Cultism is still there killing themselves. We have Dangote now. We have lots of things going on that is not just right. You get me? So I would like to ask you, what do you think? Why people are muted at the moment?
Okay, thank you so very much, my brother. This question you just asked has shown a great concern on how you've been very serious handling the issues of the public, and it shows your tenacity to make sure that we continue to have the best in our dear state. Well, I know people might be so very worried to get to see that a lot of activists are not coming out to speak on issues affecting the entire society. You see, you are running a YouTube channel right now, and you have the procedures and the principles, the modalities guiding you, right?
Exactly.
If you edge, you'll be penalized for it.
Certainly.
It's the same thing with the line of activists. As an activist, your first priority is to make sure that you feed the entire public with vital informations. You don't come out to begin to project matters because you want to talk or you want to make people feel you are so very much concerned. You must be very, very sure that whatever you have to say is subject to investigations. And when they begin to investigate, they will find evidence to substantiate that what you are saying is true. The first work of an activist is to be truthful and to be honest.
Exactly.
That is just it. So if people are not talking at the moment, what we're supposed to be worried about now is what is going on. Does it mean informations are no longer flying out? Because activists work with informations, vital informations. If you don't have informations, you are handicapped.
Yeah.
So at the time, you have to keep quiet.
Yeah, there are more information right now. It's just that I believe they just choose not to talk about it at the moment for a reason best known to them. There are more information. There are always information, especially in the state where me and you came from, right? At those states, there are always information. We talk about a lot of things here every blessed day, So I believe activists need to continue to talk about so many things, but I don't know what's going on. We want to know, especially those of us that live in diaspora, we want to know what is going on. Why is the activists all muted at the moment?
Yes, I know it's worrisome, Naija Wash. It's worrisome. But we have to also understand that there are technicalities to all these things. There are a lot of technicalities to all these things. A lot of people have gone to answer so many petitions. So many people have even been asked to pay for damages. Why? Because so many things they came out to say, there were no evidence, there was no evidence to substantiate. There is every tendency you hear right now. There is every tendency you hear right now. So and so thing is happening right at the Ubai.
Yeah.
You have to be patient to investigate yourself. Who want to come to speak for the entire public? Who believes you are a voice to your generation? You have to investigate, find out facts about that very incident. Then before you begin to speak. So things are no longer the same. Things have changed from being the way they've always been. That you just get to hear something, then you begin to re-echo it. You have to, on your own, do the underground work you need to do to make sure that what you are saying, you'll be very bold for. You know, a lot of activists have gone to jail and they never felt anything bad about it because they said what they know is true. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. What they came to talk about, they are very, very sure that this thing is the truth. So no matter how those in power tends to oppress them with authority, they never feel intimidated. They will come out and they will begin to speak because they trust in their informations. But right now, what a lot of us activists have got to discover is that a lot of politicians who have sworn to themselves that this country will never go forward, the state will never go forward, have re-strategized. Their informations are no longer flying out. They are now all holy. Gone are those days you get to see politicians, is when they have fracas, we get to get informations. But how many of them you can see today disagreeing to themselves? They have got to understand that they are in the same course. There is no way you can go through this process without being found wanting.
Yeah.
So if you keep quiet over mine, someone else will come to keep quiet over yours. If you blow mine, someone else will come to blow yours. So when there are no issues, when there are no conflicts, we don't have informations. It's only when there is conflict among them, information begin to fly out. We begin to get it as raw as it's supposed to be. So, but right now, they all seem to be at peace. They all seem to have reunion. They all seem to have get to re-strategize, to conceal all the evil going on. Is gone are the eras you find people come into an office and they begin to bring up issues and begin to probe their predecessors. Where in this country again have you got to know, this governor stepped in and began to dig out some manipulations and malpractices of someone who was once there? You can't find it anymore. It's only when issues like that are coming up. That is why activists like us become empowered with informations. So even when others are afraid to say, we come out to say it.
Same here.
So now that these people are at peace, we can't get anything rather than their smile.
So they are peace within themselves, not within the Edo people, right?
Yes, that's just it. Within themselves. So they've re-strategized. Information is very difficult to get now. And if you go on here to say what is not, my dear, my brother, you will pay dearly for it.
Exactly.
You pay dearly for it. Because being an activist is not an easy job. It's not an easy line of behavior. You know, it's a behavioral thing.
Yeah.
I speaking with you today, I've been caught so many times by friends, by families. Do you know the implications of what you're doing? So many people have even talked to me about dangers I've never concealed, about what I come out on social media to say. They try to suppress you with fear. So many people have called me and said, come, oh boy, I know how you are struggling. I know how you are working hard. Things that are giving you money are not even things you come out to say on, in the public. You have your own personal line of a business that you're doing that is giving you income to take care of yourself and your family. Why don't you just forget about these old issues? After all, so many Nigerians don't care about these things. Do you know that everyone can actually talk and act? But a lot of people don't feel concerned about these things. And that is why even the bad politicians have got to see it. That, oh, leave this one, let him be talking. When he's done, when he's tired, he will rest. Why? Because they know, even when you have evidence to whatever you come to say to the public, nobody will stand tall to say, hey, we must stand to make sure that justice prevail over this matter. Nobody. We leave the work to the police. We leave the work to the judiciary alone. And how satisfactory has the work or the service of these people been to us? That is the questions we begin to ask ourselves. If we cannot be part of the aspect of executing laws as citizens, then all our constitutions are meaningless.
Exactly. All right.
The police you are relying on, if you go into their system, how is it to you? EFCC was formed, right, to place people on check once you are done with your office, or rather when you are in the office, you are doing one or two things, even while they cannot get you because you are in office, you have authority, they allow you to leave. The moment you leave, they begin to bring up your malpractices. Now, which cases are we getting to listen or to hear today that EFCC is after? The same EFCC that was formed to handle fraudulent activities. What have you to say about them? Where is Magu today?
My question is, before we move on, Mr. Endurance, but I'm used to Cephaz, you know. My question to you before we move on is the prisons in Nigeria, was it actually created for the poor? Because I'm surprised. It's very, very difficult for you to, or hard for you to see an eminent, someone having a very powerful names sent to prison. Why? Because, for example, our amiable Governor Norhonba said it that he's going to probe the 30 billion water storm project, right? So a lot of people are waiting for that to become a reality. So I want you to talk about this. Why is it that the prisons are for the poor? What happened to the rich?
Please pardon me, a call just came in, so my mic is having issues. So I have to use this one.
Okay. We can hear
you. I can hear you better now.
All right. So did you get my last question?
Please, I would like you to recap.
Okay, good. What I'm saying is that why, this is not just about Edo State, why is it that the prisons are created for the poor? Why is it that the rich are always exempted from going to prison? For example, Governor Norhonba said it a few weeks ago that he's going to probe the 30 billion water storm project, right? Which you and I know that this involves Oshomole and all that. We are still patiently waiting for this probe to become a reality. So what I want you to answer, why is it that the prison is for the poor? Because I don't see politicians being persecuted and prosecuted to prison. So what can you say about this?
Okay, the first question you also need to ask is, do the poor also get to realize that they have right to live and they have rights as humans themselves? That's the first question you're supposed to ask, because when someone is not aware of his constitutional rights, the person can be treated like an animal. You're getting it? The reason why the rich, most times, things happened, some of them are even found guilty, but yet they don't get to that place. It's because they follow up their matters the way they feel they should follow it up. You're getting me? If no matter how poor you are,
If anything happens and you know you are not guilty, you have processes to go through to make sure that you gain justice over any allegement.
Okay, I'm sorry that I have to come in. I'm gonna let you continue what you're saying, but I need to come in. I want you to get this question right. Okay. Even though you are guilty, okay, as a poor, right? Then you go to prison. Fine, understand. We're talking about those that are guilty, right? But what happens when the rich is guilty? They don't go to they don't go to prison.
All right. If you and I leave the whole work to be done by His Excellency Godwin Egas Obaseki, nothing will be done. Nothing.
Okay.
We must be involved in the process. He came, he spoke about the project, and he said he was going to probe it. Now, what is the interest of the entire public? Do you think anything will be wrong for us all to step out to say we want to know everything about these projects? There have been so many projects, apart from this one you're talking about now, there have been so many projects that we don't even know how they got to finish the projects. So many projects have been abandoned for so many years, even as we speak right now. What is the interest? Well, what is the interest of the public? See, Nigeria Wash, we have responsibility. If we don't take care of these responsibilities, we should not as well expect any change of any kind. If we need change, this is our country. This is where we belong. We are part of it. We are the electorate. When time comes now, we decide who will be there. So I don't think there's also anything wrong if we all collectively step out to say we want to know what is going on about this project, because if the project is not done, we are the people that will be affected. I don't know if you're getting it.
Of course.
Who will be affected? So a government, like I said one time, there must be sometimes there will be a congestion on the road. Every individual will be struggling to go through. Then you just get to hear Sari, wow, police will just come. They will even use their car to intimidate you to move up the way. If you don't, they step down and they begin to descend on you. Why? Because they are escorting a fellow human like you.
Yeah.
They can never be patient to go through that congestion. They will even spoil it the more, create a path for themselves. They go through like thieves. And once they leave, like thieves. And sometimes they will go through one way.
One way, yeah.
I don't know. So where in the constitution they are permitted, because you are this, because you are that, you can do whatever you feel like? It's not done anywhere. If they have done proper roads for us, we would have been suffering congestion the way we are suffering today. Even though our roads are good, there must be need for congestion. No matter who you are, if you come across it, you should be able to go through the process the way others are going through it. You don't say because you have police to yourselves, you have escort to yourselves, you begin to intimidate people to go through it. So what is the reaction of citizens over these things? See, let me be frank with you. I've been beaten so many times. So, hi, if you happen to be a governor tomorrow, Nigeria Wash, and you are behind me with your escort, I pity you. I will not clear off the way. I can never. So many times police will step out and say, hey, clear this way. I don't clear. I will wait. I'm waiting for that. Go and clear it from the front. Let everybody go through. Don't tell me to clear off. I've been beaten so many times. I've been humiliated so many times. But I don't care about it, because it is the only way I know I can as well make them understand that it is not the right thing they are doing. The only people I can clear the way off for is when you are with bullion van, because I understand if you try to obstruct them, they might think you have a criminal intentions. But as a governor, as a president, why will you be going through a conjunction as if you are a criminal, as if someone is after your life? You have all the police to yourselves, you have all the guns to yourselves, you are still afraid.
Yeah.
It is fear.
Good.
We were supposed to start this program around 7 p.m., right? Or 7:30.
Yeah.
At 7:12 p.m., I have to record the situation of the particular junction I was. So send to you that, hey, brother, I'm head up here. You said no problem. Whenever you get through, we'll get to do it. So I have to exercise patience. So if we all begin to treat ourselves in like manners, if whatever affects us affects the governor, things are very high now. Do you think the way you are buying your own is the same way the governor is buying his own?
No.
So when the process don't get to that level, then don't expect yourself to get it where tomorrow. If the person you put in power cannot go through the process of having things done for himself the way you have your own done for yourself, then forget about it. And we cannot get it right in this country if we don't begin to think or rethink on how to bring people with integrity into power. But rather, we love to bring in people who already have power into power, to possess more power. When you are rich, you have power, of course you know. Then when you possess another power, you become more powerful.
Yeah.
So that's why you see a lot of people that begin to behave like slaves under people who are rich. And when the rich as well get into power, they become more slaves to them. To even talk is a problem. Even when they are close to the administration, they can effect a change, they will not speak because they don't want to speak to someone who is powerful. So if we cannot begin to love ourselves and begin to regard ourselves, to bring in intellectuals, people we know they have the capability, despite they might not have money, but we fight faithfully to make sure that that gets there. I strongly believe that they will not mess up because already they don't have power.
Are you there? Hello?
Buy anything. And when you have more power, yes, I'm with you. And when you have more power, you can do anything. So what we must do right now is for we all to begin to re-strategize, to see to it that we bring in people we know that have the leadership capability, not looking into their pockets. Because it is foolish for you to look into someone's pockets before you have the person into power, and when the person gets there, you are still expecting more from the person. It is foolishness. These people themselves know. They themselves, they know that they have this relevance because they have money. Now, let's come to think of it. If President Muhammadu Buhari at his stage, as at the time he came out to contest, had not been once a president in this country, has not any money of this nation with him to throw around, do you think people will support him? Imagine Buhari being a farmer at his age to contest for presidency in this country. Do you think our people will vote for him? But people voted for him because of his influence. He was once there, he has money, he has everything, he still possesses some power. Even so many people who have served in so many government offices, go to their houses, they still have securities attached to them. Yeah. They still have power, even when they're out of office. So when we have our society structured in this manner, we shouldn't be expecting much from it. The power lies in our hands. All this while we've been living in fear, what have we achieved? All this while we have been speaking in favor of some people, what have we achieved? These are questions we begin to ask ourselves. Because a lot of us, we are slaves mentally. We are slaves mentally. Let me shock you with one event that happened some few years ago. A friend of mine came from Europe, and he actually needed to come down for something. Not like he has made it, but he just have the paper to come down. there was not much money with him because we were close friends. He told me everything. He even beckoned on me that please, when he's leaving, I will have to give him money for his ticket. When he gets there, I will have to give him some money for mobilization for him to do one or two things. When he gets there, he will pay me back. But you know, I was the one driving this person around with my car. He came down, he couldn't buy any car because he was not really having much. He just came to do something very important. But each place we go to, people will always regard him more than me, whether they see every day. Because he's from Europe. They were expecting much. I would just look at them. They will, hey, they my own with our 20, our fear, you know, let it not be as if they don't want to greet me or answer to my greetings. But the person that we are carrying like a king, expecting much from, has nothing. And that was how he spent all the days he spent in Edo State here. And he went back without these people getting anything from him. Do you know one day, when I had the opportunity to meet with one of the other people he went to, other people I took him to his house, that person was like, is he still around? I said, no. Sir, are you sure this guy was not deported? I said, no, he came for a purpose. Because the reason why the person gets to start asking such questions is because they did not get what they were expecting from him. Because when people come from Europe as normal, the way we've got to know it in this our society, they throw money around.
Exactly.
You know, they throw party everywhere. So the way I managed this guy came, he came for something serious. And when he left, and people were waiting to hear the latest. Maybe let's gather here, or let's do this, you know, because he's back from Europe. He couldn't do any of those activities. And by the time he left, the same people who were greeting him as if they want to put him inside their belly were not coming to ask me, are you sure this guy was not deported? I said, no, he's back. Say, are you sure he's not in Lagos? I said, no, he's back. He has gone back to base. I look at them and I smile. I say, look at these ones, they've enslaved themselves mentally. So even though he comes from Europe, even though he has all the money, is that the reason why you should belittle yourself? Is that the reason you should belittle another person because he did not come from Europe? So if we don't begin to change this mentality, there is no way things can get better for us.
Yeah.
You can't expect things to get better when we only open doors for aspirants who have the money. Then another person comes, when the person leaves, say, oh, no, Emeke is going nowhere. Does not have money, want to do politics. We cannot get it right.
Exactly.
So at the very time, activists are not keeping quiet. Because so many issues have been tabled to the entire public. What was the outcome? It seems to many that they just come to talk, and after we talk, people will be there to inspire you up, to even say, yes, you are saying the truth. What happened next? What is the next action? So many of us who comes out to speak, we don't come out to speak because we want to talk. We want to talk because we want to change. We want people to know what is happening so that we can regroup, unite, come together to say, no, we will get to the end of this matter. Whether the person is the president, whether the person is the governor, whether the person was once there. No more, no way, nobody is concerned about it. So how dare you expect people who have their own precious time to themselves to do something important for their own lives, to be out to begin to talk, and after talk, no action. Our talk have been producing just little, but has not been able to give us a satisfactory result.
All right, my brother, we got to move on right now. We are going to talk about the Edo State Vigilante. You know, we have 4 questions that we're going to ask you. So after this Vigilante, we have 3 more that we call it a day. Edo State Vigilante, you've talked about it. You've previously talked about them. We've talked about them in the past as well. You know, I want to ask you, do you think Edo State Vigilante, they are doing the job, you know, they are doing the job in a rightful manner?
Nigeria was, as at the time they started, you know, like I said, there is every tendency, even for a child to feel what he or she is doing is right, when there is nobody to direct the person. As at the time they started with in their own wisdom, in their own minds, in their own capacity. But as at the time they began to see the reaction of the entire public, people like us and others who were so concerned, they began to adjust. As we speak right now, things are falling in better shape and people are beginning to see Vigilante capable enough to handle the security of the states.
Wonderful.
But when they started, there were so many ugly situations we never agreed to. So that is how we can move our society forward. It's the same thing we are saying here. You can't say because someone is a governor, when he's doing what is wrong, you cannot come up to speak up. You can't say someone because someone is a president, you cannot come up to speak up when he's doing the wrong thing. So it was the same thing that happened with this Vigilante. You just tabled their matters. As at the time they came out, they were doing it the way they felt they should just do it. But when they started seeing the reaction of the people, they began to adjust to do it orderly. Thank you. That's the word. So that is the only way. Okay, imagine I never spoke up. Imagine you never projected some of their ugly operations, and others were not feeling concerned about it. Probably will be having the worst in our state today through the Vigilante. But now we can now have some confidence in them, and a lot of us are now beginning to solicit to have them as the major security in the state because they are adjusting. So that means we can work with them.
We can work with them. Okay, good.
Yes.
At least there's hope somewhere. Also going to talk about the cultism, because the Vigilante at the moment they are doing a good job and all that, but we're still hearing some news that cultism are still killing themselves in one area and on the other. So what can you say about this cultism of a thing? Because you remember the same Vigilante people were accused in the past that they are being sentimental, one-sided, yes. So what can you say about this?
And after the time we projected such operation, have you seen any?
No.
So, okay, good. As for the confraternity matter in our state, we will achieve something great, but it's going to take us time. We have to be frank with ourselves because the system is jeopardized. I have a very good experience. That is why when I got into the university, I saw a very big battle before me. And I said, I cannot fight this battle alone. What did I do? I went to purchase a form to join the anti-court because I needed to be with like minds. Nigeria, we don't pray for war. But if war comes today, let me be frank with the entire nation. The only people that can survive are truly this confraternity who have good cooperation among themselves. Because for you to survive in war, you need to fight alongside with like minds, with warriors like you. You can't fight going alone. You might not be able to sustain yourself even for a day of the battle. But those that can remain and continue to conquer territories are those who are together, who have a bond, who believe in themselves, who have one orientation. Personally, that is the only necessity I see in confraternity. And myself, I saw it with my eyes growing up, how confraternities in the holy days were really helping themselves and empowering themselves. Once you join a particular confraternity, see, I was almost tempted to join one. Because one, I saw the way they operate, the way they handle matters, the way they fix up themselves. So many of them, they are bankers. They work in offices. Once you belong, anyone is your GF. If your GF is working in the bank and you have the qualification to be there, your GF will work so hard to make sure you are there. But as we speak right now, it is no longer like that. Even these people, we felt they have good control and have good orientation. They are no longer in control because so many people have gone out there to jeopardize the old system. The only thing we can begin to do for our dear state is to begin to preach sanity to our brothers, to do in our own little capacity, to see how we can bring out people from that angle, to begin to reason in the right way they're supposed to reason. All these things centered around reasoning. Personally, I know of a case of someone who was killed. This person, that's why you hear sometimes they say, the boy is innocent. Yes, truly the person is innocent. But I've seen in many cases where someone, some people comes into the street and begin to claim what they are not.
Yeah.
My brother, you see, in this state, I think it was last week Saturday, I sat with some people, and one person walked in and said, I've been seeing this face, but I don't know where I've been seeing this guy. The guy was trying to, get to remind himself, and someone has said, you know, and Cephaz Norhonba na position. He said, yes. He said, guy. He said, I salute your courage. He said, at the time you spoke the first time about cultism, he said, even myself, I was even pitying you. Say, this guy is doing something good for the state, but the ones who do not really understand my misunderstand and see this guy tomorrow and attack him. You getting it? But how have I been surviving in the streets? With these same people, I get to see them, I get to meet them, we talk, we do things, we go on our own different ways without them chasing after my life. My brother, if I don't belong, I don't belong. If I belong, I belong. That is it. Some people have been killed. Innocent people have been killed because they come into an area, something gets into their head, and they begin to even speak little one they've heard somewhere and begin to claim what they are not.
Yeah.
They even cause problem with it, with the real people who are inside, the way their blood they hot. So these are the major issues. And so many people who also belong to other confraternities, they come into another person's territory and trying to claim, I am this, I am the most superior. See, there is no superiority in this game, no matter how you try to do it, no matter how you kill, no matter how you kill people. There is no superiority in this thing. Because I've seen many cases where people who are so strong have been dropped down by a very dirty and a nothing boy in the streets.
Yeah.
I have seen it in many cases. Somebody that you know to be very, very great, you dey hear his name, he don't head for the whole entire state. But one dirty boy, now he go just end everything about him.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So there is no master in that game. If you are belonging, belong for the right reason and make sure you stand by it. If you don't want to belong, you don't see any necessity, forget about it. And those who are already there, they need to re-strategize and they need to change the narrative. They need to go back to the origin of this thing they are into today. It was formed in the university to help a particular group of people to achieve academic excellence. So how can you now be part of the same thing and you are killing people? So things are no longer working the way it's supposed to be. The orientation has been changed completely. So to me, I don't even believe most of these things we are facing in this state is even confraternities matter. Because I've met so many people who so much regret belonging. The shame to hear say waiting I did into for so many years. So many people don't go drag and enter mode. Say it to say take this one a bit backward. If to say he never join at all, if they very happy. So many people are regretting it. So to me, I think the state government needs to stand up to begin to investigate this prevalent killing in our state. It's not only tied around this confraternity conflict alone. For real. Because confraternity matter ought to be a reasoning matter. When there are issues, you dialogue. When I was the general officer commanding in the university, my boys had issues with a lot of different confraternities. We get to meet. Sometimes my boys and their boys fight. And we, the head, we call ourselves, we meet, say, hey, I tell them we can't go anywhere if we begin to fight ourselves. I've even told my boys, fighting them to prove you are in control of the campus doesn't really matter. You are in control, you are in control. Their affairs is the secret affairs. They can't do it broad daylight. But yours is a broad daylight affairs. So why going to have conflict with people like this? If they do anything wrong, report their matters. Let us follow it with due process. Don't try to battle on them because you feel you are anti-court. Nobody can do anything wrong in this campus and go scot-free because we have rules and regulations guiding us. So the confraternities in Edo State must go back to a way of dialogue. Even though there's a conflict between this body and this body, they should have a sense of reasoning to come together. Because if you look so many matters that people have been killing themselves over in the state, they don't really want it. They don't want killing anybody for. Why are they killing themselves? They lack dialogue. The methodology they've employed as we speak right now is so archaic, so primitive, so outdated, and so inhuman. So inhuman. If you belong to Osusu, you belong for a reason, right?
Yeah.
If you contribute today, you take. We contribute tomorrow, me take.
Yeah.
At least we know the reason why we are in Osusu.
Yes.
If anything happens to me, you and other group of people will make sure that you come out for my own aid. If anything happens to you, we come out for your own aid. See, let me shock you, Naija Wash. After I went to see the incident I reported to you, yeah, I was actually on a matter that concerns one of my senior person. This person had an issue with his neighbor yesterday, an elderly person. Because the person knows my capacity, the person called me. The first question I asked him was, what in the first place will make you have issue with your neighbor? Are you guys living in the same room? He said, no, different apartment. I said, then, before you went to rent an apartment in the public yard, you should have got to know or strategize how you will live with people. What will get to that level for you to begin to get down with your neighbor? I talked to him straight ahead. Then after he reported to me, I said, I am coming. With all the ugly things he told me his neighbor did to him, I never allowed myself to be moved. Because he might be telling me these stories in such a way to capture my attention, to act in the capacity he believes I have. But as a wise one, I got there. I also went to him. I listened to him. But while listening to him for the second time, the stories were no longer the same.
Mm-hmm.
That of the phone and the one in his house. I said, senior man, I am coming. Where is your neighbor's apartment? He said, this one. I went, I knocked. I said, wait for me. I greeted the man. I said, please, can I come in? He said, yes. I sat down. I said, I came in respect of the case you have with your neighbor. Please don't be offended. I'm not a police officer. I'm just somebody close to him. So he told me the challenge he's having. I decided to come and see, to know what is really happening. The man happens to be an elderly man, more than even my senior man. Do you know what the man said? He said, God will bless you. Say, as young as you are, you could have the patience to listen to your person and to as well come to listen to me. I said, yes, sir. There's every tendency he might be misleading me.
Yeah.
So please let me hear from you. The man told me everything, lo and beyond Naija Wash. I buried my face in shame. I regretted leaving my home. My person was wrong.
See?
My person was wrong. So some of all these things I just talked about now is what is also causing issues for our brothers.
Yes.
There is no way we can live together without having issues. We employ dialogue to some certain extent. Then when we found out that things have really got out of hand, it has really gotten to the extent. Before we act, how can you just, anything just happen, you just act. Anything happen, you just act because you want to show people you get mind. You get
power.
My bro, you get power. No seniority in this game. No matter how you reign now, one day your end will come. Yes. I always thought about my days after school when I was the general officer commanding the campus. I was not just only concerned about the time I was there. I was concerned about after when I leave this office, because I will not occupy it forever.
Exactly.
How will I do business with people? How will I meet my fellow students? We went to the same university in the labor market. How will I relate to them? How will they see me? I thought about all these things, Naija Wash. And that's why God so much helped me. I had a successful reign as the general officer commanding the campus. So our brothers must understand that wherever you find yourself, you are supposed to be of great defense to your land and to your people. If what you have belong is to cause calamity in your society, then you need to rethink.
Yeah.
You need to rethink. It's not the right thing you have gone to join. Because if you not taking no matter what, if you know you fall, agbekan you obo. Well done. I see so many of them confess on television. Person when if he get mad, carry gun, go keep person when they go cash her now. You call the talk with low too. Make people they pity him. I not just know what he push me. I not just know what he push me go do. I say, Kaladima like you. So these are the things our brothers must understand. There is no way all of them can exist together as different confraternities without having issues. But when there are issues, they should have a system of dialogue. Because I cannot tell them now not to. I cannot begin to talk about us to end cultism or confraternity because our top people they're there. Then if we want to handle, say, let's eradicate cultism completely, confraternity, you start from the top. So many of them even belong to join power. It was part of the things I was doing in the campus. When so many people want to join, want to go for any position in the SUG, overnight information will come to me that they are about to go to take the SUG aspirant president to ITT. I will take my boys to go and block him, to go and block them. Once I confirm it, your seat will be nullified. The opposition will become a man without any opposition. Once you are found with such thing. So even 3-4 days to election, they do take some of these aspirants to ITT. They will belong overnight because they need the support of the particular place they want to belong. Probably a lecturer belongs to that very house. Majority of the students belong to that very confraternity. So we always place eyes on those aspirants. And once we find you with such thing, your position will be nullified. You will be denied the right to be voted for. So if we want to deal with the issue of confraternity, my brother, we have to fight it from the top. But the only thing we can do right now is to begin to preach sanity to our people. Let them have a way of dialogue. The way and manner they join, you don't know. So the only thing we can tell them, let them be what they've already become or what they are, but let them behave as humans. They are humans and not animals.
Yeah.
Let them have integrity. Let them have reputation.
Stop killing your brothers.
Let them stop killing themselves. In those days, there are some confraternity you will hear. You will have a very huge respect or regard for the confraternity, but today there is none. Because if all of them are not in war, there is no way we'll be seeing crisis in our state. So none of them is applying any dialogue. None of them is applying any reasoning faculty. So that is why we're having the fracas and the crisis we have in the States. No one seems to be matured. No one seems to be calm. Everybody just feel now when I do gaga, they're going to say, I did on top. See, for the fact you are quiet to go through a matter gently does not mean you don't know what you're doing.
Exactly.
As a gentleman today, going into the matter I went for today, I ought to have even dragged out the man, start fighting him, beating him, because I have that strength. But what about after doing it? You will not be kneeling down.
Say, I'm sorry.
To start apologizing. My brother, think your actions. In most cases, you don't even need to apologize to anybody when you think your actions.
Yeah.
So our brothers should think their actions. A lot of them have killed. Probably their destiny. You know, there's a kind of destiny you will have in life. Once your hands is soiled is stained with blood, you can never be yourself. I have somebody today. For as much as I've made so much effort to make sure that person becomes somebody in life, that person have not been able to become somebody in life. As I speak to you, what thing I never do? I don't rent house, give am. I don't open business for am. It's not my brother. It's not even my family. It's not from my state. The person will finish doing this thing. I will be the first person who will come to meet. I know just know wetin push me go do this thing. It be like saying the first person when I kill, they do me all this thing. I've even told him, if you have the courage, go and confess to the family. If you feel that's what is wrong with you, the person cannot be a human being. If you see him anywhere, it's like this, like this, like this, like this. No peace. And I say, what on earth will make this young man to involve himself in these things without thinking? Before you joined the confraternity, you did not reason. Okay, before you even started picking up the position as an executioner, you did not reason. So our brothers need to bring in dialogue in their day-to-day life. And it's the same advice I gave to my senior man today and the neighbor, that they should always use dialogue. And I talked to my senior man, I said, see, if you know you cannot use patience to follow anybody in this compound, it's better you pack out and look for a compound, only you one will leave. Yes, it's as simple as that. If you cannot afford an apartment for you to be in that compound alone, then you have to learn to be at peace with people, with you. You don't have any reasons to be fighting yourselves. And I said, did you report to the landlord? He said, no. Then you just came down to me because you want me to act in a way that will please you. You don't do things like that. So our brothers should help themselves. They should restore their integrity as humans. They have integrity. They should restore it.
All right. Thank you, my brother. We got to move on right now. The last question for today, before we call it a day, is Dangote. Because as we dey talk, so everybody, you know, say bag of cement now 4,000 naira now. So what can you say about it? Because as we all know that this same man called Dangote is the richest black man in the world. Why the richest man in Africa? You know, the richest man in Africa and the richest black man in the world, you know, making life difficult for its people. So what can you say about this 4K for bag of cement, my brother?
If not that, right now my generator just went off. I have no fuel and there's no light. Probably I would have just taken this video outside to see the bags of cement myself I bought day before yesterday. I bought at the rate of 4,000 naira.
Okay.
I was not happy while paying. But, you know, there are technicalities to all these things, Naija Wash. You are regarding Dangote as the richest man. To me, it is a title. The only thing I know about Dangote is he's an investor. Whatever he has to himself. Before I will use his mate, I pay. I patronize him. I'm his customer. Without me, he cannot survive in the business. Without the people buying his product, he cannot survive in the business.
Yes.
So I don't know why we are making it so laudable. The richest man, the richest man. I don't really care about it. But all I care about the commodity we are buying so outrageously today is that I strongly believe there are conditions attached to all these things. You don't know how this man is dealing with our government. We don't know how things are also difficult for him. But for me, as a man who truly feels he cares for the entire nation, it's also good. They begin to also lodge out their own complaints, like their challenges, why this commodity has to be sold at this rate. I don't know if you are getting me.
Of course.
There is misinformation here. Probably if you have Dangote on Naija Watch today and listen to Dangote to tell you his own challenges to produce a bag of cement, probably you might not be directing this whole blame to Dangote. I don't know if you are getting me.
Yeah.
Why are we focusing on Dangote? Why are we facing Dangote? We have government. We have representatives in power. We are here on our own. We are here. We are alive. We are not dead. As we speak, a lot of people are still going on with their mighty buildings. People are still buying cement in trailers. So, how dare you expect me when I go buy 4 bags to come to complain? We don't have unity. If you will go buy 4 bags, begin to complain. The one will go buy with trailer go say poverty, now disease. He will just explain it that way. Because then now you get time. You cannot expect him to come out if you are protesting tomorrow that we don't want bag of cement to be 4,000 naira. He will not be part of it. When he still has a lot of money, even though the bag is 10,000 naira, he can still afford 2 trailers.
In fact, I have a friend who bought 200 bags of cement today.
Oh, you know, so how can you expect such a person? He not consign now. You cannot expect such a person. You, Naija Watch, you call up for protest tomorrow. You expect such a person to leave his house. Person when not they put the order for about 400 cement to come. He has paid, waiting to be delivered. So we don't love ourselves in this country. One major problem we have in this country is once you are able to escape through a particular challenge, those who are in there, it's not your business. It's one major thing we are facing. If people can still be sincere and be human enough to say, despite I can afford it, let me advocate for those who cannot afford it. Because even these rich people you are talking about, they are the ones that have the voice to really reach out to Dangote. If you poor man just shouting there, they will just send the Dangote to the person while he's taking his champagne.
Yeah.
As he's listening, feeling you are fooling yourself, he's checking the other phones, checking alert, because alert comes in every minute and seconds. Every minute and seconds. So it cannot work when individuals begin to complain. We must have a system of crying out together. If we say yes, it is yes. If we say no, it is no. That is the only way it can work. These are parts of the reason why so many activists are quiet. They will come, spend their whole time, use their money to buy data, do everything to make sure that they get to understand the right direction, let everybody pull together. But then you see somebody to say you don't have any business doing. So, how do you get to handle such matter? You cannot. So the best thing we can begin to, instead of just destroy Dangote and his product, is better we get to know why a bag is being sold at the rate of 4,000 naira today. That should be the first step. If we not get to know that the reason is not good enough to still have a bag of cement for 4,000 naira, then we'll follow other procedures. If he can no longer be serving us, there are so many other competitors who want to come in to stay. We empower them. Because when we have competitors in the market, that is when we, the consumers, can enjoy better. We enjoy good quality. We enjoy even good service. We earn respect. But when there are no competitors, my brother, you can be treated anyhow. anyhow you see it, you take it as well. So is either we begin to advocate to say, let more investors comes in. Probably if many, because when these commodities are in large production, in large quantity, the price tends to be very down. But when the commodity cannot serve the entire nation, it seems to be very high. So it's better we involve more investors so that we can have more people producing cement.
Yeah.
That is the only way we can get the real truth in this whole matter.
Right.
People who are even importing, it is time we even give them the permits. Let them come in. Our good sons who have the money, it's better they give them the permits. Let them go ahead. So if we have most people producing cement, we will not be having this challenge.
All right. Thank you, my brother. I think that's the end of the show today. I appreciate
Thank you so much.
The only way that we can move ourselves forward is to continue to get used to the situation we find ourselves, because the government don't really care about us.
You have said it all. Is either we get used to it or we come together as one, once and for all, to have it settled.
Yes. Settled, yes. You're right. Thank you very much, my brother. I have so much respect for you, and you know that. You know,
Same here, brother.
I thought we should bring you here today to us about things that's going on in our state. So we really do appreciate you. So my people, I can see you have so much lovers here on Naija Watch. I can see a lot of people in the comment section saying that Norhonba, you are full with wisdom. I like this man, I love this man. In fact, if you never married now, for some people find one woman for you for a year, but you have a lovely wife.
Now I cause wahala.
Don't let madam hear what I talk to. I beg you.
Madam no go here.
You know. So my brother, I really appreciate your time with us this evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Naija Watch, you are doing a very great job. Just keep it up. And to everyone out there, thank you all for supporting the truth. We should not relent. I strongly believe one day we will get it right if we don't relent. Consistency is what we want. So thank you all.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. Take care and have a good evening.
All right.
Right, my lovely people. Yes, since morning, I want to hold me for here, not be small. Yes, I greet every one of you once again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all. Yes, my family. Yes, I got to go right now. Una tie me here, not be small throughout today. For the first time in, I think in a month or two, I don't know. First time in a month or 2 months, I did live back to back. You know, I not even get no single time for myself today, even to eat. Now, yeah, and I drink my coffee this morning. You know, so this afternoon I get opportunity to quickly go rush eat and all that. So I'm doing this for the betterment of our states. Like when I hear our brother, that was our brother Cephaz Norhonba. You know, he's a lovely brother. Been doing well for so long. I'm very proud of him. And the same way you guys are proud of him as well. You know, so we'll continue to talk about what is going on in our states and how to move Edo State forward. Edo State not belong to one governor, not belong to one senator, not belong to one minister, not belong to one Oredo Shema or a local government chairman. It belongs to all of us, so we all got the right to talk about IB. You know, so speak out like our brother talked yesterday. Say everybody got to come out, you know, to draw one rope. If not, make we all get used to the situation and the oppression with the government they impose on us. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you very much for this wonderful evening. I'm going to say have a good night now, you know, but you know, say our kind of good night, I get the way they be. I feel that they're my pajamas now. Another breaking news just come out, I go get up. Whereas you now, you go decide your duvet, they watch me from your smart TV. It'll be way too easy for us like that. So that make me talk and say, for any of you that think that, yes, I want to be supporting these people, let me do that. So yes, we have our account number there. Always support us, encourage us like you're doing. Hit the thumbs up, my people, the thumbs up. Let me see if you guys don't hit thumbs up since, if I not check them. Some of them you get used to the Tory. Don't forget, say thumbs up. See, now they don't hit thumbs up. Now they talk. you know, and only 27 thumbs up we get for a year. We have about 100 people watching us since. So I beg my lovely family, before I go right now, who can help me hit that like button, the thumbs up. I really appreciate it when you hit it for me. Yes, the thing already 30 now, now. That's what it's supposed to be. You know, my question is, why be say the Tory, the carol, now they go and work on for this? Thumbs up, did there. Say we are on 33, we are on 33, so make we hit and we'll get at least a minimum of 50 so that we can call it a day, okay? All right, my lovely people, hit the thumbs up for us. I appreciate every one of you, to be honest. I appreciate every one of you. Encourage us. We have been doing this work now for the past 4 years. You know, it's been a while. So this is the first time we are saying that, okay, anybody that think that, okay, Nigeria Watch is doing a good job and you want to be supporting us, please do so. You know, that account number is my direct account number. So I know fit to say I see money or I don't see money, or I see anything, no matter how small it is. You know, if my cap fade, I go fit still buy another cap. If this my eyeglass now come get as it be, I'll buy another gongo again. You know, if this my shirt fade, say this camera don't fade down, 50 buy another one. You know, you understand? So when I encourage us, nobody is too big for anything. No, nobody is too big for anything. Like some people they talk, that one end up big finish, the other one will say end up big finish. Though me, I don't understand what that one mean. Nobody's too big for anything. You know, I appreciate every one of you. Please try and support our dream, support this struggle so that we can continue to come out back to back to move Edo forward. I appreciate every one of you once again. Let me check the thumbs up. With the thumbs up, don't reach 50. We have 39 now, 39. I beg make most drag and reach 50 more for move on. We have 39 thumbs up, my people. Join me, make we drag this one. Yes, we get 40 now. Just 10 to go, just 10 to go. You know, I know so many of you don't did bed already. Take your remote. You know, you feel use and do them. If not, it's a little bit difficult though. You know, just use your phone. If your phone there with you there, go Niger Watch, click on the like button. I appreciate every one of you. We have 41 right now. We have 9 to go. You know, let's do this. Let's do this for your son. Do it for your brother. You know, I'm here. You know, many of you now where they watch me, so now wish to bomb me. Many of you now where they here, so now be my brother and my sister. You know, the truth of the matter is just encourage what we are doing. Encouragement is very, very vital in anything we are doing. It's like your son go school, say for any reason you not pass exam, he come house with a beat him again. It's not right. You know, find out why he not pass the area. If not tell they watch, you know, you restrict them from that telly, encourage them, they do assignment with them. You'll see on the next exam you go do well. And so it be for everybody. They want the big pass encouragement. You know, none of us the big pass. And we did 42 right now. We have 8 to go. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Give us thumbs up. Make we hit that 50 thumbs up. Make we they go 50. You know, we have 42 right here. You know, make I just hit them back to back. Make it for reach that 50. Make we for call it a day. You know, yes, 7 to go. We have 43. That thank you, guys. I appreciate every one of you. 44, good. I have 6 to go. God bless you guys. God bless you guys. I really do appreciate this. Thank you. Even some of you now can even they help me they talk and I say, I bet me gonna give Nigeria Watch thumbs up. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you very much. 45, we have 5 to go. 5 to go, 5 to go. Once again, I'm going to recognize every one of you here before I go. I'm going to mention names. You know, 46, just four. You know, I'm not greedy. I'm not greedy today. Only 50 thumbs up. I need 50. You know, I'm not greedy. You know, at 4. Now, it remains 4 to go. 46. Who is the next to make it 47? We are waiting for you. I know so you don't decide your duvet now. You are so tired to go collect your phone on top of your cabinet. Get up because of me. Get up because sometimes me know the day bed. You know, news go come out. I'll still get up for that. My duvet can't give you the news. Get up for me. You see, you don't get up. You see, that my sister now you get up. So now 48 now. And my big brother still get up as well. That is 48, 2 to go. You now you consider say sleep without day your eye. Now say you go church tomorrow. Don't worry. You will see if you go to church. Fair touch my life first positively. hit that thumbs up. They give me encouragement, they make me happy. You know, hit 48. Just 2 to go. Come on, guys. Come on. Just 2 to go. Hit 'em. Press am. Yes, you want press am. No, not so you take press am. Press am. See, it don't land down. You know, see, I even can't tell you to get the button there for the remote. Your press am, you'll be 50. See, man. Hi, guys, not too much. Even for the comment section, even they pour the thumbs up for the comment section. Guys, I love you all. I just want to appreciate you guys here. Scott, Agawa, God bless you, Mommy Diaspora. You know, Mommy Diaspora have been with us all day today. Thank you very much. Stella Itama have been with us all day. Also, Francis, the same way. Joy P, you know, the same way. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Kevin Godwin, thank you. Nancy Stone, thank you. Patricia Enofe, I appreciate you very much, and you know that. Destiny Daniel, what's up, my brother? Thank you very much for joining. You know, I appreciate every single one of you here. Thank you, guys. Israel Asemuta, what's up, my brother? I appreciate you. Topest. How far? Lucky Stars, thank you. I see you now for me, Father Rob, my lovely sister. I see you there. Good evening to you. Osarugwe Nusa, thank you very much for joining. John Sonny, I see you. I see you. Otas Emmanuele, thank you very much. Dixon Idemdia, I cite all of you now. God bless you now. You know, also Francis, I see you again. Anita Love, I see you. Grace Omo, not they leave me for ways. She's always there to encourage me continuously. In fact, all of you now, you know, too much for me. I'm grateful. Now, because of now, they come back to back because my self-esteem now built down for me. My self-confidence now built down for me. You know, so I'm very, very proud to have a family as you are. You know, Sandra Moses, God bless you. You know, I see every one of you. So we got to go right now. I just, you know, I just say, I don't go jump some people, you know, say, this is our job. So Doris Audio, I cite you, you know, say Naija Wash, I did fine since. So God bless you, my brother. God bless you too. Doris Audio, thank you. Precious Pretty, thank you very much. God bless you. I appreciate you guys. Trust me, I appreciate you guys. Anita Love, John Kala, you know, Lucky Stars once again, Vivian Eweka. Eweka is a prominent name, as we all know. Not the name where they use one hand, they push as you like, you know. Vivian Eweka, God bless you too. I appreciate you. Prosperity, Prosper 123. God bless you. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate every one of you. Sandra Moses, once again, I appreciate every one of you. Esther Beauty, God bless you. I appreciate every one of you. And God bless you. Now, Mommy Diaspora, thank you, Mommy. I appreciate you. You know, I really appreciate every one of you. Naija was not a dull moment with you at all. Mommy, in fact, they make my body they check because the way they encourage me, I'm very, very grateful. To be honest, I'm grateful. I'm sincere about my gratitude. I'm so sincere for all of you. You guys have been so amazing. So I have to call it a good night right now, you know. But like I said before, if there's still anything, you know, I'm still gonna get up and come here, make a come give you, you know, because now our job is that if breaking news come around 2 in the midnight, if that around 2 in the midnight, I say no, I will get up, I can't give her to now. That's why I did one. You know, so I salute to my people, make una have a good night. For those of you that can go to church, please try and go to church tomorrow. If you cannot, depend on your country, because of the lockdown or the COVID-19 rules, you have to follow it. Just pray to God for us. God will answer your prayer. You know, anywhere we pray to our God will answer us from there. I appreciate every one of you. I have to say good night now. You guys permit me to say good night because without you, if you do this thing, I will do so. And because of now, I will tell you. Anybody that think that, okay, I will support Naija Wash with 1,000 naira, give it to us. We'll come back here to talk about it. If you say you can support Naija Wash with 100 naira, it no matter. 100 people, 90 just now. If everybody say, okay, we'll give 100 naira now support, it doesn't matter at all. You know, it makes me feel good. It's like this thumbs up at the tell me so. they make me feel good. It make me want to come back again. It just make me feel good. That's how it works. Okay, so I appreciate every one of you. I'm going to say have a good night once again. You know, Destiny Daniel say please don't go. Destiny, now you they talk this one. Destiny now since morning. I don't dey live since Destiny since 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. till almost 10 o'clock. Now, even on the diaspora, don't tell me good night, say I go sleep. You know, Destiny, the way they treat me so, me not like her. You know, you suppose not see me don't tire. Eh? All right, then. Thank you, everyone. You know, understand with me. Give me the permission to leave you guys right now. Have a good night, and God bless you all, and bless every one of us in Jesus' name. Amen.